Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Live Show. It is a wonderful Friday night here, and as always, is the Nerd Chicano here to close the show alongside my wonderful host, Brad Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another another live show.
Yep. Hope everyone is doing well. We hope that everyone's having a good day and enjoying their Friday. As we're going to, talk about Andor episode 6 and 7 today, but more on that towards the end of the show. Brad, what's up? How are you doing, man?
Doing well, roll.
You say
Rocking
that
the
triangle shirt.
AEW, the Death Triangle.
That
So,
triangle shirt. Yup.
so proud of that shirt. Ordered another shirt today. So rest in peace, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon.
The bad guy.
Actually
Yup.
ordered two shirts today. So
What?
I want to get in on this story. So there's been this Bray Wyatt shirt that I've been wanting. Like I saw this shirt, and I can only find it on eBay. And the only size, so I find extra large, my size.
Yeah.
Dude wants 154,
God
like
damn.
ridiculous, right? And I'm
Yeah.
like, I offered 50. Like I knew it was over and beyond, but I really wanted the shirt. I'm like, 50's not a bad offer. He didn't accept it. Well, I'm like, okay, well, fuck you. So there's a 3XL for $40. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy a frame and I'm gonna stick it on my fucking wall. So I bought the shirt and the frame for less than I would have paid for the other shirt. And I'm gonna hang it on my damn wall because I'm just gonna show this. I'm gonna show this shirt because this shirt's dope. Let me find the share screen.
You sure you
Yeah,
couldn't have just like put it in the dryer for like an extra amount of time so it could like shrink a bit?
I mean a 3XL, and I'm getting down to kind of large.
Yeah.
So it's
Oh,
it's like Brenda said she could do some stuff to it, but like I don't want to ruin the shirt. So I'm just gonna frame put it on the wall, and then if an extra large pops up at some point,
yeah.
for an actual doable price, because I got a small on there for like $14, and I'm like,
No, not
well, if
pre.
I was tiny,
No, Kylie, it's not pre-recorded.
no,
Yeah.
Kylie, actually. But did you
No.
get our future Kylie message?
Yeah, you got a future Kylie message. It would be pre-recorded if I ended up going to the screening of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon for free in 35
Yeah, you should have done
millimeters.
that instead of the one you went to yesterday.
Jesus Christ, yeah. I'd rather you talk about that before I get into any of that bullshit. So, um, but yeah, uh, but of course, Brad, sounds cool. Glad that you ended up sticking it to the man. You know,
It's fucking ridiculous. 150? Like I get it. Everybody gotta make their money. There's some shirts worth that. I don't think like a Bray Wyatt shirt is necessarily $150. I get it. It's a cool shirt. But like if it was signed, or like I don't know if Mick Foley bled on it or some fucking shit. I don't know. But it just seemed like 150, and I didn't seem bad like offering 50. But that's the bricks though. So whoever buys that is gonna really want it.
yeah, it's not even that rare of a shirt. I
Well,
mean,
I mean, like I can't find an XL though. That's my thing.
yeah.
Like I wish I could find an XL.
Yeah, I think it's because, of course, like he's back. They're trying to do that, like trying to get
Yeah,
his,
and I'm not falling for that. So I just bought the $40 version. I'm just gonna hang on my wall because fuck that shit. And it's cool enough where it'll look cool on the wall
yeah.
or
Um,
on my door. I'm gonna see if it fits on my door.
yep. But what's it called? Not much going on over here either. Sat down to watch these 2 episodes of Andor. But I what's it called? Been trying to update the feed. A lot of
Yeah, I
shit.
saw that. Twitter kept sending me messages of like the nerd quiz have uploaded. I'm like, I did that show 2 weeks ago. I don't know what they're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about.
Well, actually, those were for some reason when I would try to embed the episode on WordPress, it wasn't letting me. It was giving me an error for like straight up a whole week, Brad.
Huh.
So
Hmm.
that one isn't entirely my fault because those episodes have been up. What's it on the feed? It's just they weren't on the WordPress site, but I don't know what was going on with that. Um, Bray will get a new T-shirt. So, oh my
I guess
god,
Kylie said and sell to you for 90. I'm like, nah.
no. No.
Like I literally got this Death Triangle shirt for $19, $13 on eBay plus $6 shipping, and I should be able to do that more often. And I bought the Scott Hall shirt for $26, including shipping from WWE. So I'm sorry, like I thought like 50's, I thought 50 was good. Like that's a good offer, like above and
Yeah.
beyond. And if you want above and beyond that, I'll go buy the fucking triple XL for 40 and call it a day.
Yeah.
Use it as my, you know, as a fucking bed covering.
Yeah. Of course, we would like to remind you all, our friends here and our wonderful listeners, if you are listening to this on a podcast platform, make sure that you leave a 5-star review and you help us out that way. And if you're watching this on YouTube, as it is currently streaming live on there and on Twitch, but if you're watching this on a replay on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and when you subscribe, you click that beautiful little bell icon so you don't miss a single piece of content that comes to the channel. This show is also sponsored by SeatGeek, and we'll have a little more about that in a couple of in a bit. This $150 Bray Wyatt shirt was worn by the guy who dressed up as Leroy
That's Leroy
Lizard
Lizard.
from when he came back on Extreme Rules. Remember?
This shirt was worn by Husky Harris.
I need 1 star
What?
because you're number one. Stop, Kylie. I want 5 stars because I'm number five.
Numero uno.
Yeah. This is the only time I would rather be given. I'd rather be number 5 instead of number 1. Um.
Because 5 is better than 1.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Except in the
But
Olympics.
yeah. But Brad, yeah, not much going on else today. Just a bunch of what's it called? Just been watching these episodes. I've been what's it called, editing my video. I've been really bad at my uploads on YouTube because uh I work now and I get home so tired that I'm just like I don't want to sit down to record. But I gotta get better. I gotta stop being lazy. I gotta get to work on that shit.
Gotta fucking do
Uh,
it.
yep. Because
Gotta
I
have the
mean
motivation.
it
You
ain't
gotta
gonna
have
record itself.
gotta have the determination.
Okay, Rock.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
Rock.
actually, I'm going into my like David Goggins phase. I'm going into my unstructured moment of you don't really want to do it, but you got to do it because you're gonna feel unsatisfied, and when you're just laying there on the couch going, I'd feel a lot better if I like fucking did all this shit that I was supposed to do instead of letting it sit there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm gonna. What's it called? Went ahead and just what's it called? I'm editing right now. I'm almost done. I just need to put the music over it, so it's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be good now, and that'll premiere tomorrow in the afternoon. But
Very nice.
next week, hopefully, everything will be back to normal scheduled programming, and yeah. But yeah, man, it's just pretty much it, dude. That's pretty much it. It's just not much going around these days. What's it called? I did have the chance to go watch Black Adam yesterday. Um, you all are probably thinking like, bro, what'd you think about it? Um, I didn't want to put up a reaction on Twitter. I honestly really didn't. I'm like, it took everything in me to be able to sit down on that toilet when I got out to write a little mini review on Letterboxd, and that's as much as I could give energy to this movie. So now I think I am ready to just talk about this movie here because chances are we are not going to talk about this movie. When it, if when,
But
until it,
I gotta say something. This man needs to stop the other men in our whole podcasting network from planning fucking shows during the times we record. Plan it after or way before, Luis. I'm just saying, because then he comes up and be like, "Can you do it earlier?" It's be like, "I'll work, bitch." But you lucky I came home early. And then when I'm like, "I can do it this early," he's like, "I can't do it that early." Then I'm like, "Well, fuck you, Raul."
sorry, Brad, let me just go into the control room and set up a camera in the audio
Hey,
booth.
do what you gotta do. I'm giving you time frames. Like you asking me. Like this ain't cause of me. I can do it on regular time. This ain't cause of me. Let's get that out of the way. I'm not the one asking to move times. You are.
Well, look, um, so let's go see this movie. Um, as we've been told, I
I
mean,
think
this
that's
has
what pisses
been
me off more is you wanted to change times for this fucking stupid movie.
it has been years in the making. I mean, The Rock. literally was casted in this film when I was in fucking high school. What's it called? This I was a freshman in high school. I'm
That
pretty
far
sure.
ago?
Yeah, or
When
I
did
think I was
Shazam
in
come out? It was like right after Shazam came out, right?
no, dude. This has been in the works for
Has it?
ages, Brad. Yes.
It was before Shazam?
Yup.
Jesus.
Tuesday, Jack Frost 2. Yes, on Tuesday we're doing Jack Frost 2 because Brad no longer has to watch another 2 hour, it's almost 3 hour film.
Thank
Tw-
God. Although that was a good
yeah,
movie. That was a
yeah.
really good movie.
That's the sequel to prequel to Black Panther. No, I wish it was.
Rhombus of Depression was a great movie.
Yeah. Will be a movie I will have us watch eventually. I loved it. Oh my god. Well, look. So I went ahead and I watched what's it called? This has been years in the making. The Rock has been hyping the shit out of this movie. The Rock has been promoting the shit out of this movie. I don't know how many fucking times I've had to hear that the hierarchy of power is going to shift in the DC universe because of this movie.
Wah, wah,
And
wah.
I'm here to tell you that I have never seen a movie that has been so poorly edited that you think the movie is going to end 4 times
Oh, wow.
when it's being shown to you.
Wow. 4 times? They edited it so it looked like an end battle 4 times? Wow.
This is one of the times I would like to bring up our wonderful catchphrase here. This movie had a fucking script.
Oh, God. Oh,
By
God.
God,
That's
Brad.
my quote.
Wow. I could not. Holy fuck. What the
This
fuck is
movie had a
that?
script?
Yeah, bro.
When
Movie had a
what was that? Year
fucking
three? That
script.
might have been year three. I said that.
That was our wonderful review of of Venom. That's what we
This movie
ultimately.
had a script. It's
This
true. I did say
movie
that.
was unbalanced. It was not cohesive. This movie decides to put characters in there who serve no purpose but being love interests, and then the characters that are somewhat interesting bite the bullet. And honestly, I could have sworn that this movie was an hour and 20 minutes long with the way that it was moving, like it was running like Usain Bolt. Oh my God, I could not wait for this movie to end. And yet it literally said, "Don't worry, man. I'm about to fucking run faster than the Flash in trying to fuck up the Speed Force, right? I'm going to rush the shit out of this. But while I am rushing this movie, I am also meandering and I am staying still for too damn long where it feels like, how many goddamn fights do we have in here? Do we have time to even give a shit about what's it called, Black Adam's character, and actually put some effort into the character development of this character? No, but we sure as hell will use expository recaps so we can, what's it called, go back into the flashbacks and learn a lot about this character. While what are we doing in the present time with this character? I god damn, Brad, this movie was messy. It was messy. And I will tell you this, Brad, I was lucky I seen Moonfall because I'm sure that if it wasn't for the horrendous film that was for Moonfall, Black Adam would be there right now. Um,
Damn.
the yeah, I
So this
literally
is
liked
so this is not the savior of DC.
no, God no. And I'm telling you all, I understand you all that were out there saying I am fatigued about superheroes. I am done with these superhero films. I promise you, that's not what's wrong with this movie. A better script, a better editor, a better every man. There is just this movie. I can't stand this fucking movie, Brad.
I just want a Lobo show. That's all I. That's really a Lobo with Peacemaker making a cameo. That's all I really want.
Doctor Fate is the best part of this movie, and yet he doesn't freaking matter. He doesn't matter at all, right? We couldn't even what's it called get anything of him like big importance. Like I get where we needed Doctor Fate in there for, and yet Doctor Fate does nothing of big importance in this movie. Oh my god, Brad, I'm done. I like I said, I don't want to give this more energy than I need to. Here it is. These are my spoiler free thoughts I can give you. I'm just I was I'm I just
Wah,
this
wah,
movie was out.
wah.
This movie didn't do it. I can't wait for. God damn, Brad. I hope Wakanda Forever is better than this. It cannot
I
be worse than this.
I
It
don't think it's
cannot.
gonna be worse. Actually, just from the trailers alone, the trailers are probably better than the movie.
Yeah. Feels like the movie's ending already. Yeah, pretty much. Did Black Adam at least have danger, damaged head? Oh, God. No.
Oh, Momoa would be great, Aiden. Momoa would have been great, Lobo.
Yeah. Oh man, Aiden, you've been waiting for this since you were in eighth grade, and honestly, eighth grade Aiden probably would have liked this more than 22-year-old Aiden's about to watch this, bro. But don't spend money on this. I promise you. Wait until this is out on streaming, or you
I
can
mean,
find
what
other
what is
methods.
this? So the DC somebody got fired from DC or let go from DC recently.
Walter Amada was not let go. What's it called? He's gone. He's gone. He stepped down. Um,
Step down.
He stepped down.
Step
He's
down.
no longer the president of DC Films. And honestly, I think it is because of the whole shift that's going on with WB Discovery and a lot of the pushback that's been going on because of the Justice League, what's it called, the investigation that went down with Ray Fisher and everybody. So
Mm.
honestly, I think Armada said, I'm done dealing with this. I'm out. So I don't know, man.
All I know is I have $150
Yeah.
in in gift cards for my favorite movie theater, and there has not been one goddamn movie I've been wanting to see.
Brad, go watch Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Do not do this to yourself, Brad. I promise you, Brad, when it comes out on streaming, we will watch this and we will
I
give a
think I
review.
think I think the last movie I saw in theaters was Batman.
Yeah, it was.
I think so.
Yeah. What's it called, the only things I liked about this movie was a supporting character played by Moamer. He was really funny. I like that guy. I like the fact that what's it called the cast is heavily people of color, and I love that. What's it called? You stay close to that idea that this film is literally about an Egyptian god, so you got to have what's it called the Middle Eastern people in there. So thankfully that was cool. Um, and also the visuals of the underworld is the only visual effects that are somewhat salvageable in this film because everything else looks like it's from the Injustice video game.
Do you think this then turns in then we turn on to Shazam, which is of the same world, of course. Do you think this brings an issue out with Shazam? Because of course they're going to want to do a Black Adam versus Shazam at some point.
I can tell you something that would spoil this movie for viewers, so I'm not going to say anything. But Brad, I have a feeling that Black Adam and Shazam are not facing off with each other anytime soon.
Okay.
But
So
yeah,
is
man,
the fucking point of bringing out Black Adam?
Brad, I'm telling you, I would what's it called? I will talk to you after here,
Okay.
after this. I am guaranteed, Brad, Shazam and Black Adam are not facing off with each other until possibly like Shazam 3. Because Black Adam 2 is definitely not going to be Shazam versus Black Adam. So,
That's some bullshit.
yeah. Can't wait to hear Rock's use a kid in San Antonio, but he's going to need a.
Yeah.
you
No
know,
shit.
I don't know. I think this movie's about to make a crap ton of money. I mean,
I
look,
need a
man.
Rock first. I need a Rock versus Reigns. That's what I need.
Yeah. Oh, God, I'd rather have that. But I mean, what's
Because
it
you know
called?
that's gonna be popping off. That's gonna be good. Like a Rock versus Reigns.
Oh, fantastic, Brad. Um, Go out and watch it for
Sure, for that's gonna be
yourselves.
fantastic
What's it
too.
called? Go out and watch it for yourselves if y'all want to. What's it called? Make your own opinion. This is my opinion. What's it called? Well, everybody who worked on the film. What's it called? I hope y'all. What's it called? You know, that's everybody who worked on the film. It is very hard to make movies, y'all. It's not an easy thing. But I am simply speaking on what I saw, and I'm giving my opinion based on what I saw. And no way am I saying that people are terrible at their jobs and stuff. No, because it is damn hard to make movies. And
Well, maybe the
anybody
editor.
here, the thing is, Brad. Sometimes the editor is
No,
getting what's
sometimes
it?
it's not the editor. Sometimes it's the
Some
directors
of the
or the
directors fucking.
studio that jumps in and tells them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it could
Yeah.
probably the studio. We can blame the
Yeah.
studio.
Studio. Yeah. And yeah, so that is the last time I will speak about Black Adam until we either do a commentary because Kylie wants to watch it, or Brad watches it and we do our review when it comes out on streaming. Chances are that is probably not happening until 2023, December 2023. So I don't know when it'll happen, but when it does, it does. And yeah, I am done speaking about that. Brad, you watch anything as of late that wasn't Triangle of Sadness or Rumbus of Depression?
Andor.
Yeah, okay, you watched it. Well,
Watched
Brad, we
Andor.
have.
I've been so I watched Andor on the treadmill. I
Yeah.
did really good on the treadmill today, so I was very happy. Um, but I've been going back through and just watching episodes of Entourage. Honestly, just because I haven't seen Entourage in years, so that's what I've been doing.
Oh, I also watched Halloween Ends, Brad,
Oh,
and that
another
was.
fucking sucky movie.
Oh my God, how was that? Like, oh,
Another horrible one. Hmm. You just having no luck today. At least Triangle of Sadness was really good. Like that
yeah.
was really good, and we're thankful we got a screener for that because otherwise it'd be some piss poor movie showings right now.
I'm so happy that Triangle of Sadness, and I'm glad that you got to watch it. But like, oh my God, Halloween Ends, bro. I didn't think that it could be worse than Kills. Halloween Ends was worse. Was worse. You have an incredible concept here that you can do, and yet the execution takes a big fat dump over it. But
Yep, sounds like a Halloween movie, like a typical Halloween movie.
just I don't get it, Brad. What's it called? What's like the original is the best, of course.
Of course, the
And
original is
every
always
single
in any horror film, the original is always best because it's generally an original idea. It's an original concept, and then they dilute it with everyone after. And you have some good ones after. You have some good moments after. I mean, I bring up Jason X all the time because it has one good moment in the film. The rest of the film is shit, but that one good moment, it makes me laugh every single time. And that's the thing you have to remember. The Saw was extraordinary. It was visionary. And then they diluted the hell out of it. Hostel. Like Hostel was gory and was gross to me, but Eli Roth had a concept of gory goth, it was something. That's just what horror is. Horror is you get the original concept which everyone ends up loving, and then you get the sequels that come out after because of course, why? Because they're cheap to make and they make a lot of money. And
and
if they
yet I'd
make it
agree.
big money on the first one, they're going to make big money on the second. They're going to make probably not as much on the third and continue down the line, but they're still going to make more money than how much it costs to make them. Because let's face it, everybody still wants to see Michael Myers, even if it is a shit
Yeah.
movie. He's
And all I
Halloween.
ask, Brad, I don't ask for much because I know that these sequels will never live up to the first one.
No,
All I ask is at least make a
try.
competent film, have some badass kills in there, and that's it. And yet, that can be done, Brad. That can
It
be
can
done.
be. It can be done. It's just you have different ideas and different direction, and you know the problem is they never stick to that original idea of what made the good one good, and
Yeah.
usually it's pretty simple ideas of like look at Saw. Saw was a pretty simple of idea of I'm gonna lock people in a room and torture them.
Yeah.
Okay, and see if they can get out of the room. Yeah,
And
simple idea. And then it just got all convoluted on the way down. Final Destination. There was the first Final Destination was something new. You had basically this karmic ghost killing people. Um and then you get to Final Destination 9 and I don't even know. There's apparently a story behind it. Not necessarily all horror movies need a story behind it. Sometimes you just want to see the killer kill. It's like
yeah.
kaiju movies. I just want to see the big giant monster fucking wreck Tokyo. I don't need to have the people. The only thing I need the people there are to warn me that fucking Godzilla is over there. And that's all I need them in the movie for. For some reason, American made Godzilla movies, they want the people to have a moment in there as like, get them off my screen. Get
Brad,
them
can you
off my
come?
screen.
Brad, to interrupt your rant here, can you confirm this, Brad?
I mean, Dorothy was looking good.
I was a child, Brad.
I was a child.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Judy Garland had it going on.
Brad's like, who can play this game, Eric? Look, man. Um, my cousin Tony put it the best. This is the Rise of Skywalker version of Halloween. They noticed that nobody liked kills, or at least a majority of people didn't like kills, and decided, let's try to give them what they want. And it was not what we wanted.
No, and Michael Myers is very easy. Like Michael Myers has this thing with his sister. He's always trying to kill her, and then he kills everyone who's ever had sex, just like every other, original slasher movie monster film. Like Jason. Jason's same thing. It doesn't take a lot of thought behind them to make them good. I think people just like for some reason they're like, we gotta make a real, good story behind this. You don't necessarily have to make a good story behind it. You have to make like a story that makes sense. Like, why is Michael Myers this way? Oh, because his sister's like he thinks his sister's a bitch or a slut or something, or he has problem with promiscuous women for some reason, like Jason did, like or Freddy just Freddy just being Freddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically you just need that and go from there. And if you just have Michael, like the best thing of Michael Myers in probably the past few years has been the TikTok of the kid in Michael Myers gear falling off the hay bale and then like getting back up as Michael Myers the way
Uh,
he would. That's probably been the best thing.
or when 2018 came out and the little kid comes out with the full on
Yeah.
Michael Myers mask and a fucking, what's it called? A plastic knife. And people are like, what the fuck is this kid doing?
I just watched a recent TikTok and it had Michael Myers playing the piano and another Michael Myers behind him dancing. That was pretty funny.
Yep.
You know,
Well, Brad,
probably better than the movie you watched.
yeah, yeah. So that's kind of what this week constituted of. I watched those. I watched Suspiria. Suspiria was, I mean, you already heard our review of Suspiria. I watched Arabian Nights from my YouTube channel, and you'll get to hear my thoughts tomorrow. So check that out. But yeah, man, that's all I've watched, and I don't know, man. I'm hoping next week is better because this week only had one movie I liked, and a movie I respected the hell out of, but I didn't like it. But at least one movie that I liked. But
Triangle of Sadness.
yeah, yeah. Well, I already had seen Triangle of Sadness. I have watched that one like weeks
Oh,
ago. Remember what's it called? Because I had to do my review. Um, but I would love to. I want to go watch that in the theater. I
that'd be
want to.
not. Well, I don't know if I want to. I think I'm good. Been good for a while on that one.
But Brad, to be there in that moment with crowds of people for when
But
that happened.
no, I'd be worried like the old lady next to me, like who ate like a whole bag of Twizzlers, would throw up on me.
Okay, well, at least 10 people in there, right? So we can be spaced out.
Yeah, like spaced out, like COVID style, like
Yeah.
60 feet from one another.
And I'm not talking like somebody on top of me that's spaced out. No, no, no. I'm talking about like if I'm in the middle, somebody's in the next row
Over
to the
there, I don't
left.
need projectile vomit like coming at me, like,
Yeah, yeah,
and everyone gets an individual empty popcorn bucket just in case,
yeah. Yep.
like one of the big large ones.
Oh man, but yeah, man. Oh god. Hope things will get better. We will watch better movies. It's just one week, and yeah, you know, um, yeah, man. Fuck. We still got a little bit of time here. I mean, well, we can go into it because we do have two episodes to talk about.
Indeed.
Um, and I would like to say that this recent one will have us to do a pretty good discussion. Have been very much enjoying Andor. I think it's been doing well, pretty well. I'm pretty excited to talk about it. So, without further ado, if you haven't watched this week's or last week's episode of Andor, and go ahead and get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers, or you've already seen the episodes, stay here. This is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect. Actually, hold on. Forget about that. What's it called? Forget about that, Brad. This week's episode of the Nerdcore Live Show is sponsored by SeatGeek.
Ooh,
If you like live music performances, professional wrestling,
comedians.
comedians, you like to laugh, you like to sing, you like to dance, you like to not try this at home, but kind of put your friend in an arm lock in the crowd, then SeatGeek is the place for you because they make going to concerts easier by getting a good old discount there from your friends over here at the Nerdcore. So when you use the code the Nerdcore, CORPS, you get $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek.com. Once
Look at the
again,
banner
that is
scrolling.
THENERDCORPS for $20 off your first purchase on SeatGeek.com. WrestleMania, Bad Bunny's tour is still not done. Um, Chris Rock, yeah, I know Chris Rock's doing his comedy
I
thing
mean, they
right
got the
now.
Christmas plays coming up if you want to see like the Nutcracker or
Yeah.
some bullshit.
Disney on Ice. I don't know what the hell they
I
do,
don't know.
but yeah,
But see, you got it for you.
that's right.
You got Kevin Smith's Roadshow going on now for Clerks 3. Hit that
Yep,
up.
yep. THENERDCORPS for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek.com. Thank you, SeatGeek, for sponsoring this episode of the Nerdcore Live Show. So, Brad, now we can go. All right. So, your spoiler warning is in effect in a five, four, three, two, one. So, let's get to this, Brad, because we missed last week and this week's reviews. And I would like to say that this show has genuinely picked up now. Um,
I just gotta say one thing.
what, Brad?
Can we pretend that airplanes are shooting stars?
In the bright sky, man. Yeah. Those visuals were nuts, Brad.
They were
Holy
fucking dope. Like that,
crap.
Star Wars always comes with the visuals. I'm glad they did it for this episode of Andor. Although I gotta keep saying, like Disney, you gotta up like in the night scenes. Can you just up it a little bit because it's fucking hard to see for some of us.
Yeah.
Like add a little little light in there or something. I mean, they did it for Nope.
It's on Nickelback tickets. We won't judge, maybe a little.
Hey,
Uh,
hey, Nickelback's making a comeback. Look at this photograph.
Oh man. But Brad, last week was, oh man. I mean, like I said, that the show's been a bit slow, but it's been good. Generally, I think it's
I
been
mean,
good.
it is the darkest show to come
Oh
out
yeah.
of Star Wars for sure, which
God, even
makes sense because spoiler alert for Rogue One, everyone fucking dies.
guys. Yo. And yet, even if it's dark, Brad, like this week has shown us that there's like glimmers of hope in here. Like,
Which
you know,
is how it should be for a rebellion. But what I love with these two episodes, so in the first episode out of these two, you have Andor. They complete
yeah.
their mission. It doesn't go as planned as they'd hoped. Andor
Yeah.
gets his payment and he thinks he's done. He gets his payment and he wants to be done. And then at this last episode we got, I think it takes him because he's just chilling. He's just fucking island high hopping. He's sleeping with beautiful women. He's living the life. He's living the life as a career criminal who fucking made it. Who made a
Yep.
fucking big score, and he thinks he's made it, and he just basically ends up in jail. Um, over something he didn't do, which I'm sure is going to be the cost, and not just in jail for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Imperial don't give him a choice. He doesn't really have a trial. They're just like, well, you're going to jail. Bye. And this, which is great. This is what sets us in motion. It's not everything else he did for the rebellion. It's not that score that he did, but this I'm sure is the fuse that lights the match of him being like, this isn't right. This isn't right for me. It's not right for anyone. What the imperialists are doing.
And I keep forgetting his name, but the what's it called? The what's it called? The officer, whatever he is, the one who was sent home with his mom. I like how we're slowly kind of building something with him there, and it's like I think he's gonna come back and he's gonna have a big part into like what's going on here
Yeah.
because like what's it called? Every episode we kind of get more and more into it, right? With him, and we kind
And
of
they
feel him
wouldn't,
more.
yeah, they wouldn't keep focusing on him if he wasn't going to be important in future episodes. And this character, we know, has a big chip on his shoulder. He
Yeah,
lost his job because of Cassian, and my guess is he's going to be gunning for him in the future in some form or fashion. He might be an Imperial officer, is my guess, and he'll be the
Yeah.
one to lead the charge in finding him.
I loved last week's episode. Like just that the whole heist felt high
Oh, and
stakes.
I love the juxtaposition between what they're doing and then them going back and showing like the natives of that planet and doing the natives doing their thing, and I just loved how they went back and forth with that,
Yeah.
and the overall episode, the last episode, was really well done,
Yeah.
and
I
it felt like the payoff I wanted
yeah.
for waiting, because like I said before, it did feel like they were edging us that whole time for like 4 episodes of like, all right, get to the fucking heist. And then they got to it and it was really well done.
And I get why they kind of do it now. Like looking back, I'm like, well, we kind of gotta build the fact that these people do not trust each other one bit. And like when it's gonna come down
Oh,
to
and
it, this shit's not
that's
gonna go
shown
right.
very well
Oh
at
yeah.
the end there, because Cassian and the main lady are basically the only ones left.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love the flashbacks to what's it called to like especially his friend who got hanged.
Hmm.
Um and when the stormtroopers were walking through there, and it's like
Oh,
just
and then this last one where his dad goes
yeah.
out to try and stop people from fighting the stormtroopers who just shown up into the city, and he's shot down, or at least that's what it's
Yeah.
given.
Yeah. And I believe that was his mom who he was talking to at the end, right? Well, like I don't think mom, kind of like adopted mom, right?
Well, she kind of just kidnapped a kid out there in the Amazon, and it's like, I'm taking you with me. So adopt, if
Yeah.
you want to call it adopt, we'll call it adopt. That's just what it felt like to me. She's like, oh, a kid, sweet.
I want one
We
of
can't
these.
just leave him. I mean, you could with his family and everything. He's not. No, okay, you're just gonna take him. Okay, well, I guess that's how it's gonna go. White women.
All right.
Call her Angelina Jolie.
Yup. Yup.
Chillzone in the chat.
Hey, Keon. But as always, I think that Diego Luna has been doing an incredible job with with portraying this character again, and I keep saying, I love that this feels completely different from the Cassian that we know in Rogue One. Like I've been
Yeah.
saying that since the first one, and
Well,
because
I think you go. So in this, let's admit we didn't get a lot of Cassian Andor in Rogue One. Not enough for my liking. We got like this little taste, and then we're like, well, that's all we're getting because everyone in this movie dies.
mhm,
So it's nice to go back and see, what sets him off into even being in this. How does he get to that point? And it's really good to see him evolve from basically just some a kid who the imperialists came, they destroyed his home world, and he was taken in by this. I don't, what are they, treasure hunters or whatever the fuck they are. I don't know. Whatever they are, they go around stealing, imperial equipment,
yeah,
and they she takes him back, and then he ends up, being kind of this basically thief in a way, and then he grows from all these moments. But also, what I'm getting from this episode is, you're right. Nobody trusts anyone, and I don't trust anybody, especially in this show. Like,
oh
I don't
yeah,
know who to trust, because um we've got the guy who basically hired Cassian. I don't trust him for shit
yeah.
because
Stellan
he's got his
Skarsgård, right?
own reasons,
Yeah,
and I don't think they're like all great, And then you got the senator, and we already see her waffling, so it's just like I'm looking forward to seeing how this all pans out. And Cassian really seems to be the only one who's truthful and honest throughout this whole show, because he's basically right. He's just like, I'm just doing it for the money.
yeah. And I think they've been doing a great job with that, man. I honestly am really locked in now. Like I said, this since the first episode, I said this is a very patient show. It's gonna be a lot slower, but I like that this is more like it's different from Mandalorian. I feel like
Oh
even
yeah,
though I
this
love
one is not
Mandalorian,
fun at all. Like the
yeah,
Mandalorian's just like we made our own character names for the Mandalorian. We literally called a character Baby Yoda for like most of it, and then they finally gave him a name. We're like, fuck that, Baby Yoda, fuck you. So Mandalorian, yeah, Mandalorian is a lot more of a fun show. And it's really weird because so is Book of Boba Fett, even though you think Book of Boba Fett should have been a little darker, kind of like Andor is, because Boba Fett's a fucking bounty hunter, and that's kind of how it should be. But and he should have been in like every episode of the show named after him. But I'm not gonna go into that because that's not about that.
and I honestly believe that when it comes to the Mandoverse, all those shows with characters from the Mandoverse, whatever we'll call it, those all are serving in like a Marvel fashion. Like
Yeah,
all of these characters have to work in the Marvel Cinematic Universe way with each other. And that's why, like a big part of my complaint of season 2 of Mandalorian was like, I feel like this is just a jump ship, what's it called, season where everything is needs to set up something else. And I'm like, I don't know if I vibe with this as much as I want to. I
yeah.
like it, but it's just like I don't like the fact that characters are being brought in here because they're gonna be getting a new show, and
Well,
like
and
that's all we get.
we know Andor's 2 seasons, right? We know it's two
Yeah,
seasons.
2 seasons right
It's
now.
2 seasons, and it's going to be telling the story of Cassian Andor, who we know his ending already. If
Yeah.
you've watched Rogue One, you know his ending, and you know the endings of pretty much anyone you meet in this show. I
Yeah.
mean, I think we just saw like wherever K2SO comes from, um,
Oh yeah.
at the end here, like he's going to get his hands on one of them. Um, but yeah, like this is not supposed to be a happy show. This is like because we already know the ending for these characters.
Yeah, and I really like I said, I think that that's kind of what helps. The fact that this isn't chained up to something else that needs to be like a Mando what's it called, a Mando show, and I think that that's what Tony Gilroy is having, like, well, not Gilroy. I'm sorry. What's his name? I can't remember his name, but the showrunner. Oh crap, that's right. Damn,
Hey, we did this morning.
maybe it's the warning, bro. But
Hey, if you showed up late to this, that's your own fault.
Your fault. Yeah, my bad. But it's true, man. Like I think it's just been great. I'm loving this series now. I think that we're fully in there. I love the way that we end the last episode with the let's call it what it is. Andor got fucking Cassian got fucking racial profile, bro.
Yeah, he's like, why are you sweating? It's fucking hot because it's the
It's
desert
hot.
planet. No, I don't care.
Yeah.
Um, why were you running? I wasn't running. But were you with those guys? No, I'm a tourist. Up,
Yeah.
hang out with them. And then apparently, androids don't understand slang, so
Hang.
yeah. So Andor almost just got killed off right there, which yeah, that would have made a whole different kind of story for Rogue One, I guess.
Completely. Um but damn, I've been loving it, Brad. Hard for it.
No.
I've been loving the episode. I've been loving
Also,
the series,
I just
man.
want to spoil that Luke does drink blue milk out of the tit. He
Which,
does,
by the
and then
way,
he
they don't
wipes his
drink it out
brow.
of the tit here though, but they do drink it.
They put in some
Um,
cocoa puffs though.
I did want to bring up though something like last 3 episodes ago that I didn't get the chance to bring up, but I thought it was such a beautiful, smartly written line because it's true. Um, Remember when that one when the ship comes in, right? And they
Uh huh.
go, they kind of a little bit like reference the Death Star there. They go, they always what's it called, like they talk about like how they always expect what's it called, attacks from above, but they never expect one from below. If you think about it, how did Luke destroy the Death Star? Use the Force to send those rays
And
down.
and yeah, yeah.
And I thought that was such a smartly written line. I was like, oh, I love that. I love how they kind of like reference the fact that, like, this rebellion is gonna start in the ground bar. And that's the thing, is that whatever his mom, let's be real, his kidnapper, what's it called? Yes, she's staying there because she believes in this and she doesn't want to run and she doesn't want to stay. She wants to fight for what she believes in, and she believes that the rebellion is gonna go from this small little guerrilla thing to a big, massive resistance. And it's
Yep,
true. It's
it's true.
true.
This is the start of it. And unfortunately, a lot of the characters we're getting to see now are probably not going to make it to that final resistance.
Oh
They are
no,
probably
no,
not.
no, probably not. But what's it called? I gotta say, I think it was. I've been liking these episodes. I think they've got it. They got a good flow now. I can't wait to see where we're going from here. And yeah, I hope K2 so doesn't the rest of the season doesn't include a bad K2. So let's get the sassy droid. Let's get him.
No, I need my sassy droid. That's you can't see him, but he's in the back there.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
watching.
He's watching. He's always watching, right, Brad?
Hmm.
Yeah. Any final thoughts here, Brad? Before I have to go and eat dinner.
Um, was this wasn't the finale, right?
No, no, we are
No.
far from the finale, Brad.
Okay.
I
Okay.
believe
So I'm looking forward to seeing how future episodes go ahead. And like I said, like the only character I'm trusting telling this story is Cassian. Like everyone else just feels like they're out for their own gains at this point, which
Mm-hmm.
that kind of gives it the whole guerrilla rebellion, feel to it of who do you trust in these instances? Because everyone else that we've seen, other than the ones who actually were on the ground fighting and doing, this heist, everyone else are either senators, politicians, or rich,
Yeah.
which
Brad,
which
we
to
have.
me means they have their own um reasons.
Yeah, we have 5 more episodes left, so we're good.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus, a second season is going to be coming soon because that's already been confirmed, and they're going to be filming that. So,
2 seasons and
um,
no movie. Well, they already had the movie.
no, they already had the movie, Brad. Remember? Oh man.
Actually, they had a few movies if you count. So if you count like the rest of the Star Wars movies.
So
Although, can I just say, the way they do the political stuff in this show is how they should have done it in the prequels.
Oh yeah,
Because they
100%.
make the political shit in this show actually kind of interesting. Just watching it. And in the prequels, it was not interesting.
Yeah, Brad. And that's why I gotta say, like, that's kind of these things that have been like really interesting me about the show, but also like keeping me kind of like because I can't sit here and say this has been entirely like a really like well paid show and stuff because it is a bit slow from here and there,
No.
but
Like you said,
like
it's a very patient show.
yeah,
And I feel like, it's gonna be kind of like Rings of Power has
hmm
been. And it was kind of a build up, and then it had that big climactic, scene for it. I feel like this is that. Like we get build up, climactic scene, build up, climactic scene. I feel like that's what this show is.
yeah. So, Brad, that's it. I'm going to put the banner down and we're done talking about Andor. And with that said, we would like to thank you all so much for sticking around with us here. Of course, we'll be back on Sunday to talk about the House of the Dragon season finale. Brad's busy tomorrow, so there's going to be no show tomorrow. Plus, not even, we don't got a
Nothing
show or
really to
something.
really talk about. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. What are we going to talk about?
All right. Hmm.
But what's it called? I hope y'all had a good time. I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you to everybody who was in chat with us, and yeah, I'm really excited for where we're going next week. We got like 5 episodes left, so we got a lot of Andor to talk about. So without further ado, I don't know, man. Brad, let's get him out of here, man.
Right, roll. The ambient host as always. Thank you to all those who joined us in chat today. Thank you to all our listeners out there, all our patrons for us. We appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, all I gotta say is, don't try to double cross and make up a fake brother with a fake farm and all that bullshit, because that'll get your ass shot. Young Yoda out.
Damn straight. Oh crap!